Ooh, yeah, look at nice and brown. Have you ever heard of bubble waffles? Well, today I'm going to share with you a bubble waffle maker and a recipe for how I'm making these bubble waffles at home. Bubble waffles are so fun. They're basically the inverse of a traditional waffle. Instead of the waffle going in, it pops out. So to make these, basically you fill the bubble waffle maker with some batter, then you flip it over right away, and then it cooks in this bubble shape. And I'll show you what the inside of the maker looks like. And let's try making some bubble waffles today with this MasterChef bubble waffle maker. It includes care instructions and a recipe booklet. Here's the bubble waffle recipe that it comes with. The directions say that with the very brand new waffle maker, it might have a little bit of smoking, and that's normal. It also says to throw away the first waffle that comes out of it because there's probably some manufacturer's residue in there. I'm not seeing a way to remove the plates, so cleaning this might be a little bit difficult. They recommend using some nonstick spray before you even plug it in, so I'm definitely going to do that now. But first I'm going to take a damp cloth and just wipe out anything that might be stuck in here. Plug it in. All right, today I'm going to make some vegan bubble waffles. This is a Hong Kong style recipe. This makes really delicious, light, crispy, soft and airy inside waffles. We're going to use 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Then we're going to use 2 tablespoons of the Anthony's cornstarch. Then we're going to use 1/4 cup of sugar and 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of Redmond's real salt, 3/4 of a cup of plant milk. I'm using some of my homemade soy milk. And then we're going to use 1 tablespoon of a neutral safflower oil. This is an organic cold pressed oil I got on Amazon. Then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Cornstarch. 1/4 cup sugar. 1 teaspoon baking powder. I make this as a homemade baking powder. I'll share this recipe in another video. 1/4 teaspoon Redmond's real salt. Just going to mix all the dry ingredients together. You really want to make sure that the baking powder and the salt are well distributed so that you don't have clumps of baking powder in your baked goods. Now to 3/4 of a cup of soy milk, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of the safflower oil and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to give the liquid ingredients a good mix, and then I'm going to pour them into my dry ingredients, and then I'm going to mix the batter together. Now it's recommended that you let this batter rest for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and make our bubble waffles. I'm excited. These are going to be really good. We've been buying the frozen bubble waffles from Trader Joe's. They're vegan also, but I'm really excited to try these. All right, we have our batter mixed. Now I'm going to go ahead and spray this with some avocado oil spray. And then I'm going to do 1 waffle, but it says to discard this one because it could have some of the manufacturer's residue. So I like to use an ice cream scoop to portion my waffles. It says to not use any more than 1/2 of a cup of batter. So we're going to close this. And then it says in 1 minute, I need to pick it up and flip the device over. All right, it's been 1 minute. Let's go ahead and flip this over. Then we're gonna cook it for an additional 1 minute. All right, and it's been an additional minute. Let's open it up and see how these waffles turned out. Whoa, yum, look at that. How fun. I'm gonna use some silicone tongs so that I don't scrape the nonstick off of this maker. Oops, kind of fell apart a little bit. Probably could have cooked it a little bit longer. I'm glad we're discarding this first one. This was a good test run. Let's open it up and dissect it. Okay, so I think if I cooked it a little longer, it would have browned up a little bit better, but this was a good start. And if I was gonna freeze these, I probably would only wanna cook them about this much, but let's see what the inside looks like. Looks good. Okay, let's go ahead and cook the rest of these. And for this batch, what I'm gonna do is use this OXO pastry brush to kind of move the batter around so that we can have a little bit of a thinner waffle and maybe get more of that bubbly texture. And we're gonna spray it again. It says spray between each use. Then we're gonna pour a batter. I'm gonna try and mix it around as I'm pouring it. Let's see what happens if I kind of smear it around a little bit. Maybe it'll, or maybe it won't. We'll see. This is definitely an experiment. If you've ever made bubble waffles, let me know in the comments below. And this waffle batter doesn't have eggs. I'm guessing if you used eggs, it would probably hold together a little better, but let's try it out. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, it's been 1 minute. I have to flip it. This is probably the one thing I would forget to do. Let's cook it for 2 minutes this time. So I let it cook for 2 minutes on that second side, and this is what they look like. I'm gonna let it cook a little bit longer. Let's do 1 more minute. Okay, it doesn't say anywhere in the manual what those lights mean, but the green light just turned off. So, and that was after I opened it for a moment. We're just gonna keep going with our original extra minute, and then we'll see how it turns out. And then let's also try and flip it and see what happens. Oh, and there's only one green light on this side. Interesting. And that little light just turned on, so maybe it's ready. Let's open it up and see. Ooh, yeah, look at nice and brown. Let's try and pick it up out of there. Hopefully this one doesn't fall apart like that first one did. But that first one wasn't totally cooked through. Oh, this one's staying together. Beautiful. Look at that. Bubble waffles. Let's cook the rest of the batter. Okay, I sprayed it. Now let's put the batter in. For this one, I'm gonna see what happens when I don't spread it around. Let's see if it spreads itself around. So this is more of like a crispier waffle, and the recipe does say to shape the waffle like right away if you wanted to make it into a cone. A lot of people are making these into waffle cones like this, and then they put ice cream in the center with toppings. There's actually a lot of establishments around the world right now that are doing this as like a bubble waffle ice cream parlor shop. So I just thought that was so fun. But honestly, the way we like to enjoy these is just put some peanut butter on them or even eat them just like this. And for kids, what a fun little waffle, because you can actually pull the little bubbles off and maybe serve these as like bubble bite waffles. Okay, and there's actually an indicator light, and that I think signals, ooh, oh, it's hot. Look at, there's steam that could come out of here. Just kind of burnt my hand. Let's put on an oven mitt to make sure we don't do that again. And this one actually kind of rose a little, but I think that indicator light is when you're supposed to turn it. So let's let it cook on this other side for another 1 to 2 minutes. Maybe when that indicator light goes off, it means it's done. So these are the Trader Joe's bubble waffles that we've been enjoying. These are like chewy with a mochi-like middle, and they're really delicious. This is the ingredients they're using. They're using coconut milk, water, wheat flour, sugar, modified tapioca starch, rice bran oil shortening, vanilla beans, agar-agar, ground baking powder, and salt. So maybe next time I'll try to make this with tapioca starch and see if it's any different than the cornstarch. So that green light just went off. Maybe that means it's done. Let's see. Ooh, it looks good. Okay, let's pull this out. Oh, it's really soft. Okay. So this would probably be easier to shape, but look, it does fall apart a little. So let's actually cook it a little longer. Okay, let's go ahead and take these out. These are actually really delicious. And the recipe was super easy to make too. It does kind of fall apart. Okay, so this was the one that I did not spread around. And that one was the one I did. And see how there's more batter between the bubbles? Yeah, this one kind of falls apart, but that's okay. Well, thanks for making bubble waffles with me today in my MasterChef Bubble Waffle Maker. If you found this video entertaining or fun, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more small kitchen appliance tutorials. I love sharing how I use small kitchen appliances to cook for my family, and check out my Amazon storefront for where you can purchase your own bubble waffle maker like this. in the links in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!